Hey guys, what is up? It's Ashley Cat, and today I kind of wanted to make just like an easy, quick beginner video for manual. You guys already know how I am. If one person asks for a video, I'm gonna make it. All it takes is one of you to ask. So you guys can always write in my comments what you're looking for, and I will do my best to produce. So I know for me, again, I can only speak on my experience, Ashley's experience. When I was learning, I already knew how to drive an automatic, but I had no idea how to drive a stick. Even getting in the car and turning on the car scared the shit out of me because, I feel like you're ingrained in your head from early on, like if you stall the car is going to blow up. These cars, manual transmissions are meant to be beat on. Now, take that with a grain of salt, meaning let's use common sense. Don't redline your car every day, you guys. Don't burn your clutch every second of every day of every single moment. Don't put your foot slammed down on the gas, launch your car. But these cars can be beat on to a certain extent, especially when you're learning. You're going to burn the clutch. You're going to ride the clutch. You're going to miss shift. You might money shift. You're going to stall the car. All of these things are going to happen. So you need to get that fear out of your head that if you stall the car, it's the end of the world. I've stalled this car a lot. I have hard stall this car. And what I mean is, like, the car went like this, my boy. My head was whiplash, and the car is just fine. So please get that out of your head because that is going to be on your shoulders the whole time. Next thing, turning on the car. Now, there's a couple different things, right? So me personally, I park in gear. This is in case something happens to my e-brake. Let's say that it just like blows up and dies. I don't want my car to roll. That's why it's in gear. Now you guys will say, Ashley, I've never had to park in gear before. My car's never rolled. I did not park in gear twice while I was in the car, and my car started to roll backwards very slowly. So that is why I park in gear. But since I park in gear, that means when I'm turning the car on, I need to make sure that if I want to take my foot off the clutch, that is in neutral. Neutral is your safe zone. This is your safe zone. When you are in neutral, your car's not going to stall. If you are in gear and you have your foot all the way down on the clutch and then you take it off and it's in gear, your car is going to stall. And again, that's okay, but it's stuff that you will slowly learn over time. You can't know every single thing about a manual transmission right when you get in it. So let's get the car turned on, you guys. I always recommend that when you get in your car, just have a moment to yourself. Maybe start the car and play a favorite song of yours for a couple minutes, Get your favorite drink or a snack or put some notes everywhere. Bring a little stuffed animal with you, something that, just brings you comfort. So what I always do, I always like to make sure that my mirrors are good. I have to check this every time because usually my seat is in the same position. But if I've moved my seat recently, I always make sure that I can push the clutch all the way down. That way I'm not switching my seat while I'm driving. Now, this is how I do it. This is how I'm going to turn the car on. I have the keys right here. I'm in first gear. I always put my little guy around here. And we're going to turn the car on. We're going to clutch in. I'm going to go to neutral. Oh, my hair. I can take my foot off the clutch. Now I'm about to get the car moving. I'm going to make sure like my AC and everything's good. Lock the door. My access port is starting up. First gear is still the bane of my existence. Obviously, I can drive the car and get the car from a stop to start, but I have jerky shifts still, right? And that's normal. But this is the part where maybe a lot of you kind of stumble on. And again, gonna happen. It's okay. It's normal. It takes time. I always talk about muscle memory, but muscle memory is when you do the same thing over and over and over, becomes a repetitive nature, right? So you're training your leg, your foot, your brain with this muscle memory. Then before you know it, you're not even thinking about it. Sometimes when I'm just in the zone listening to music, like I'm naturally shifting. I'm not even looking at the RPMs. I'm just listening to the car and I'm just vibing because I'm to the point where I can like feel and hear the car and know when I need to shift. Now, when it comes to shifting, RPMs can be a whole nother mess. So many people try to explain it to me. I'm not going to explain it to you in like this deep philosophical way, like RPM means this and this and this and what happens to the car. No, I'm going to shoot it to you straight. I typically shift if I'm just driving normal driving, 3,500 to 4,000, 4,200 RPMs. You will learn what's best for your car. Check your user manual, because what might be best for my car might not be best for your car. But that's a general rule of thumb for me. Now, obviously things change. If you're, you know, racing in Mexico, you're trying to go fast, you're gonna shift differently. If you're trying to red line, you know, obviously you're not shifting gears at 3,500 RPM. But we're talking about beginners here, so you don't have to worry about really hearing the car. It's something that comes over time. Again, don't expect it right away. But if you're like a numbers person or you're visual and you're trying to see, I would keep it around there, maybe like between 3 or 4, 2,500 and 3. Again, please Google, ask people in the community that drive your car and see what's best for you. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. All right, so we're gonna get the car moving. What I do is it kind of becomes one motion, but maybe when you're learning it's a little slower, and that's all right too. All the way down on the clutch, I'm gonna give it a blip of gas, maybe about 1,000 RPMs. But as I'm blipping that gas, guys, my foot is coming up to the bite point, you'll see on camera, and then it's, all right, let's give it a try. Okay, so make sure my camera is recording. All right, so we're gonna clutch in, foot's on the brake. We're gonna put the e-brake down so the car can go, and then we're gonna go into first gear. Foot's off the brake. I'm on a flat road, so I'm not gonna roll forward or back, so this is perfect for showing you guys. So I'm gonna show it maybe a little slower than I normally would do it, but here we go. I'm gonna blip the gas up to the bite point. Foot comes off the clutch. I'm gonna show you guys again. I'm gonna stay in first gear. My car heavily bogs in second gear and low speeds. I'm coming up to a stoplight. I'm going to brake, clutch in. We're gonna stay in first. Well, let's go to neutral. Foot off the clutch, right? Okay, let's clutch in, go to first. Let's try it again. Give it a little bit of gas up to the bite point of the clutch. Let's go to second gear, 3,500 RPMs. Clutch in, nice and slow. All right, we're coming downhill, stop sign. We're gonna brake, clutch in, put our blinker on. Go. Okay. But someone just cut me off, so we're gonna let it go. We're gonna downshift with rev match from 4th to 3rd. I'm gonna show you from 3rd to 2nd without rev matching. Here we go. A little jerky. I hate the way it feels. I don't know. I feel like if you're a Subi driver, you understand that, because so many people give me hate. They're like, well, you don't have to have the rev match. You're absolutely correct. You don't have to do rev match. There are people that will tell you that rev matching damages your car. There will be people that tell you that rev matching is better for your car. They did a study on it, you guys. You could go Google it. And it basically says that there's a very little difference between adding the rev match versus not. So, you know, to each their own. You guys have to do what you think is best. I'm gonna do what I think is best. I don't know if you drive a Subaru STI, if you downshift without rev matching. I don't know. I just feel like it bogs it down, like it's inconsistent, it's jolty, it's jerky, it's just that rev match. And maybe because I have an exhaust, gives me that little pop. I just love it, you guys. So that's why I do it. Again, you do what's best for you. Now we're second at the light. I don't feel pressure to really like clutch in right now. I'm gonna wait till it turns green and the car in front of me starts moving. Then I'll clutch in and go to first. I tell you guys in almost every video, we don't want to work harder. All right, we're already using our left leg when the auto people are only using the right. So I ain't trying to clutch in and hold that clutch down and be in gear if I don't have to be. All right, car in front of me is moving. Lights green. long do you guys think it'll take before I clear coat this to preserve that signature from Bucky LASIK? Why am I so lazy? Oh, it's so murky. Clutch in yet until traffic starts moving, but here we go. Clutch in, go to first.